Okay. Awesome. Well, hi, welcome everybody. It's good to see you all. Equipment you're going to need today is the usual letter ball of some sort. Remember, an interesting pair of socks for your eyes to look at will do just fine if you don't have your letter ball. And then 2 pencils, 2 cooking utensils, just something that's easy for you to hold. It could be your thumbs as well. And then remember, when we get to the visual vestibular part of this class, to take things at a slow pace, especially if you're new to this. The faster you go, especially with the vestibular work, the harder it will be for your vestibular system. So remember, if or when you start to feel dizzy, maybe a little nauseous, tired eyes, watery eyes, that's all okay, but it means that you've met your edge and we don't want to go too far past that edge. So close your eyes, grab some water, and take care of yourself if you experience any of those. Okay. Make sure. Great. And then, as always, if you have a question, feel free to unmute yourself or type into the chat box. All right. So we'll come back to a seated or standing grounded position here. And let's just start with an alternating shoulder roll. So just nice and slow and easy, just getting the shoulders moving, getting the ribs moving. Just noticing how everything is feeling today. Okay. We'll still the body. We'll close the eyes. And we'll find the breath here. And just seeing if you can slow that breath down. We'll stay with nasal breathing. If you can quiet that breath. And just notice any places in your body right now that you're maybe holding a little bit of extra tension or stress, and just see if you can let those areas relax, melt into the chair or into the floor a little bit more. And think of, with each exhale, those areas relaxing a little bit more, whether it's your shoulders or your back. Good. And I'm going to have you stay with that breath. We're going to take one hand and we're going to place it on the top of the head, like right on the crown of the head. And then if you're able to, it's okay if you can't reach this spot, but if you're able to, I want you to try to touch your tailbone. Okay, so that bone right in between your two butt cheeks there. Again, if that's hard for you to touch, don't worry about it. I'm just trying to have you find that connection between your head and your tail. And I just want you to imagine everything in between your two hands right now. So the tail and the head are always trying to move together. We're going to play with that a little bit in class today. So just noticing, observing, sensing everything from the top of your skull down through your neck, your mid back, your low back, into your sacrum, into your tailbone. Noticing what parts of that axis are quiet. Maybe you can't sense them, you can't feel them, you don't have sensation there. And what parts of that axis you can feel and you can sense. Good, let's take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Okay, I'm gonna have you leave your hands in that position. If you need to switch hands because your shoulder's getting tired, you can switch. Yep. And I just want you to start, we're just gonna start with a flex and extend. So rounding the spine and then lifting the spine, getting tall. I'm gonna show you my profile here. So whether you're standing or seated, just doing the same thing. You can move from the hips, you can move just from the ribs, you can move from both. If you're able to move from both, see if you can get the full spine flexing as you round the spine and extending as you open the spine. And I just want you to feel how that head and that tail are working together. They both lift to extend, they both flex, they both lift, they both flex. Just do one more like that. Good. And then we're going to come back to the center. Okay. We're going to take the head, we're just going to find a few head circles coming around. Remember, try to keep the shoulders steady here. Just the head and the neck circle around. Good. Switch directions. Okay. And back to the center. If you start to get dizzy for this one, I'm going to have you slow down. But now I want you to do that. As you're doing the head circle, I want you to start to move your rib cage, and if you're able to, move your hips with you. So you can just letting the spine and the ribs move with you. You'll find there's just a natural movement. Like the ribs are going to be moving with that head. So as the head drops down, the spine flexes, and vice versa. And then going the other direction. Yeah, so we're just exaggerating that movement. If you're standing, you can make the movement even bigger. Maybe you're starting to notice how the hips are moving with you too, if you're able to. Last one. Okay, and then back to the center. Awesome. Okay, if you got dizzy, that's okay. It's just because we're also working the vestibular system. Let's take the fingers right under the collarbones. We'll give some tapping to that area. Also just noticing if you have any tender spots in this area. Are there any tender spots on your breastbone, on your sternum, so the bone in between the chest? Okay, and we're going to take our fingers, grabbing the just kind of the tops of the collarbones. Yeah, it's a little bit easier if you're gripping your skin here. It just allows for more grip. If that's hard for you to hold, you can also just bring your fingers to kind of the top of your chest here under your collarbones if it's hard for you to lift the hands up that high. Okay, otherwise, so we're going to start with the chin tucked into the throat. As you lift the head, give that skin a pull down. And as you look up, slide that lower jaw forward. And then back down, tucking the chin in. Pull the skin down, head tilts up, lower jaw forward, eyes go up. What's the furthest thing back on the ceiling that you can see right now? And then tuck the head back in. Okay, on this next one, I want you to notice what your abdominals are doing as you do this one. So as you pull the skin out and the head tilts back, can we keep the abdominals engaged so that we're not hyperextending or throwing our neck out or throwing our back out? Okay, so the front of the body stays engaged as you do this. And then back to the center. Tuck the chin, pull the skin, lift the head, lower jaw forward, eyes go back. Are the abs somewhat engaged, if you can feel that? And then center. Let's just do one more here. Pull the skin, lift, lower jaw forward, eyes up, and back to the center. Good. Take the hands, give the hands a shake. Give the arms a shake, a really big shake, like you're trying to get water off of your arms. Maybe lifting the arms above you as you shake. If you're standing, feel free to shake the legs. Let that vibrate through the body. Give the chest a shake. Let the breath go. Okay. And relax. Good. Let's take the ears. So you can grab the bottoms of the ears. If that's hard for you to do, you can stick your knuckles in your ears. And you're just going to do several ear circles in each direction, just mobilizing that area. And as you do that, can you just slowly open and close your jaw? You can even make a sound here if you want. So I don't want you to if you have any jaw issues, don't go past what is comfortable, but just opening and closing. Yeah, making a sound. Maybe you make it an E now. E, I. Okay, good. And then relax, shake the hands out. We'll take knuckles to the top of the cheekbones. Go and just give a few drags down through the lower jaw. Let the jaw go slack here. Notice how the jaw is feeling today. Do you have a tighter side? Do you have a more painful side? Okay, good. Last one. Yeah, I keep saying that I'm freezing. I'm hoping you all can at least still hear me. Okay, so we're gonna let the jaw go open. And again, I'm only gonna have you do this one. If you don't have a lot of jaw issues. If you have TMJ, I'm just gonna have you skip this one. Yeah. See, sorry, I'm just getting some messages that my internet connection is unstable. We'll stay right here. Okay, good. Okay, hopefully you all can still hear me. So opening the jaw, and you're gonna wiggle that lower jaw side to side. Try to keep the rest of your body still. And just wiggling that jaw, lower jaw, side to side. Again, if you have TMJ or any issues like that, I'm gonna have you skip this one. Giving a wiggle back and forth. And then relax. Take the knuckles to the cheekbones one more time. Just do a few more strokes and massages. Okay, and then shake the hands out. Everyone is frozen on me again. I just want to make sure I haven't completely lost connection here.
We can still hear you.
And you're just good.
Yeah, you're just lagging a little bit here and there.
Okay. Okay, good. I was just gonna type you. Okay, because everyone is totally frozen right now. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. I'll maybe move a little slow so the video can keep up with me. Okay. Let's come into a little bit of body tapping. Let's start with our gorilla, tapping the chest. I'm gonna have you make those same sounds. Ooh. Start working down the sides of your body. One more time. Ooh, back to the chest. Ooh. Try to make that breath as long as you can. Working down the sides of your body. Last one. Okay, good. We're gonna bring both hands up to the sky. Okay, we're gonna work a little bit on breath work here, but let's just start with some shoulder stuff. So you're just gonna find a shrug up and a shrug down. Leave the arms reaching up towards the sky. So we're gonna keep lips closed for this one. We're gonna find a roll down. And on the roll down is gonna be so slow. It's gonna be, let me rephrase that. It's gonna be as slow as your breath is. Okay, so reach the arms up and hold there. So you're gonna find a hum As you roll down, and I want you to get to the lowest part of that roll down at the very end of your exhale. So however long that hum is, that's how long it takes for you to do the roll down. And then on your inhale, when you're done with that hum, you're gonna quickly roll yourself back up. Yeah, and you're gonna do that about 5 or 6 times. Everyone is gonna move at their own pace because our breaths are different. Taking that all the way to the end. And then on your inhale, remember, try to breathe in through your nose. On your inhale, you restack. Yeah, so I'm gonna let you all move through your own pace at this one. Try to extend that hum as long as you can, all the way to the end of your breath. But I'm gonna encourage you to not do something called vocal fry. So vocal fry sounds like this. So do you hear how that's not really my voice? I'm basically relaxing on my vocal cords right now. It's not super good for the voice. So don't let your voice go to vocal fry. Try to keep the hum really strong all the way through the end. So if you need to cut the hum short because you get into that vocal fry, then that's totally fine. Okay. When you've done 5 or 6, we'll come all the way back up to the center. Yeah, we'll relax the voice, so we'll stop humming and hooing. And we're just gonna give ourselves a big hug. Yeah, go ahead and turn and rotate to the left. You can give your shoulders an extra little pull here to help you rotate. And then turn and rotate to the right. Turn and rotate left. Give yourself a pull. Turn and rotate right. Give yourself a pull. Rotate and pull. Rotate and pull. Good, let's do one more each side. Rotate, pull. And rotate and pull. Good, coming back to the center. Okay, we're just gonna do a couple of nerve flossing techniques here. So we'll start with the ulnar nerve. One of the main nerves that runs through your arm here, coming from your neck. So arms are gonna be out into a T, palms facing forward. I want you just to start by opening the arms as big as you can. If things start to get nervy or tingling here, go ahead and back off, but we're gonna keep these short and sweet. So now I want you to, so thumbs are facing up towards the sky, palms are forward. You're gonna do a few pulsations, pulling the wrist back. Pull and pull forward, pull back, pull forward, pull back. But you're really trying to pull the arms as far back behind you as you can. We're gonna do about 5 to 10 pulses, and then bring the arms forward, shake the hands out. Yeah, and again, open the arms up and back. Pulse the wrist back about 10 times. 8, 7, 6, 5. You're just moving from the wrist here. 3, 2, 1. And then arms forward, shake the hands out. Yep, we're just gonna do this one more time. Open the arms, big, big, big. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Pull the wrists back. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then shake the hands out. Awesome. Okay, let's come to some of that trap work with the accessory nerve that we've been working on these past few weeks. So we were doing the jaw wiggles earlier. So we're just gonna layer on with that. So let's just start with a shoulder shrug, starting on the left side. Just shrugging up and then down. And when you pull that shoulder blade down, I want it to be really active, like you are really trying to push that blade as far down as it will go. Okay. On this next one, we're going to keep that shoulder blade down. We're going to tilt the head to the right. You should feel a pretty intense stretch through the neck. And then release the head. Keep the shoulder blade down. tilt the head again. Let your lower jaw slide down and to the right. And then find that small head nod, like you're just doing a little baby yes nod with your head. Again, just 10 times or so. And then release, come out of that, give the shoulders a couple rolls. Yeah, we're just gonna do that one more time on this side and we'll switch sides. Pull that right shoulder blade down, or sorry, left shoulder blade down and back. Tilt the head in opposite direction. Make sure the chin starts off in a tucked position. Okay, lower jaw down and to the right. And then find 10 small yes nods. And then coming out of that, give the shoulders a couple rolls. I always forget, we should have done a before and after test. That's okay. We'll do it next time. Okay, coming to the other side. Go ahead and do a few shoulder shrugs on the right. All the way up, all the way down. All the way up, all the way down. Okay, we'll keep that shoulder down and back. Tilt the head away. Remember, start with the chin slightly tucked in there. Okay, and then release that. And again, shoulder blade down and back. Tilt the head away. Lower jaw down and to the left. And then find your yes nod. 10 times, small. Actively pulling the shoulder blade down and back. And when you've done those 10, release, give a couple shoulder rolls. Okay, last time on this side, pull that shoulder blade down and back. Tilt the head away, lower jaw down, and then find the yes nod. Once you've done 10 times, come back to the center, reset, give the shoulders a few rolls. Yeah, let's just find a few overhead arm raises here. So just swinging the arms up. I know we didn't do a test before we started this one, but just noticing how this is feeling for you, how the neck is feeling for you. And then see if you can start to bring it more into swinging arms, swinging back and forward, like your arms are a swing set, coming back and forward. If you're standing, you can bring a little bounce into your knees. Bouncing at the bottom of each swing. And then I just want you to turn a little bit to your left. Keep those arms swinging forward and back. Coming back through the center, rotating to the other side, finding that swing. Just really lifting, throwing those arms around. No wrong way to do this. Okay, good. Coming back to the center. Yep. And let's just find our swinging rotation here. Just trying to loosen everything up again. So let's see, opposite knuckles touch the low back, swinging the arms around. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Okay, let's give the hands and the feet a little bit of love, and then we'll keep moving here. We'll start with the hands. So we'll give the hands a rub together. And we're going to bring some coordination into this. We did this maybe a couple months ago or so. So we're just going to play with it today, and then we'll probably come back to it. Okay, so go ahead and keep palms on top of each other. But let's see, left hand is going to be on top, right hand is going to be on bottom. Okay, so did I say that right? Yeah. Okay, so I want the top hand to be slapping the bottom hand. So I'm just turning, I'm hitting it with my palm, I'm hitting with my knuckles, palm, knuckles, palm, knuckles. And I'm just trying to go back and forth as quick as I can. This can be about coordination. This is just also about mobilizing the lower arm a little bit. Yeah, I'm just watching people here. So just noticing what is that speed like? Are you having a hard time keeping the rhythm? Okay, and we're going to compare sides in a second. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, messing up more, and 1. Good. Shake the hands out. And then let's try the other side. And notice, was that hard? Like, did that start to fatigue the forearm at all? Okay, so just whatever you're noticing, just take note of. Okay, starting with the other side, slapping palms, palm knuckles, palm knuckles, palm knuckles as quick as you can. And comparing sides here. Which side is easier? Which side is faster? Which side makes less mistakes? Which side fatigues not as quickly? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake the hands out again. Awesome. Okay. Oh, wait, I lied. Hang on. Let's do footwork, and then we're going to come back to some hand stuff. Okay. So for those of you that are able to access the bare feet, I'm just going to have you come into that toe and finger weaving. So weaving your fingers between the toes, finding a few waves, moving the toes back and forth, and mobilizing the ankle back and forth. For those of you that are unable to access the feet, you're going to be finding that lower leg rub. I'm just going to show you in this position. Lower leg rub, so using your knuckles or an open hand or whatever's easiest for you. You're just going to be dragging your hands or the heels of your palm or your knuckles. You're going to be dragging from your ankles to your knees. So just trying to push maybe some of that stagnant fluid up and out of the lower legs. For those of you that have a hard time accessing the lower leg, just hit a tender spot there, you're going to be dragging from the knees to the hips, giving the quads and the thighs a bit more of a massage. Okay, so whatever you're able to reach in your leg, just spending a little bit of time, just noticing what is the quality of the tissue like? What is the quality of the joints like in this area? Is there swelling? Is there temperature? Are there temperature changes? Do you have a part of the lower leg or maybe a part of the thigh that is really tender, maybe even painful? Okay. When you're done with that side, we'll switch sides. Same thing here, finding your toe weaving, your massage of the lower leg, and your massage of the upper leg. And then same thing here, noticing what the quality of your tissue is like. Or maybe just also noticing overall, do you have better sensation in one of your legs or one of your feet than you do the other foot? There's no wrong way to do this. And the reason I tell you to work from bottom to top is purely to get some of the more stagnant fluids back up to your heart, back up to the center of your body, so that they're not just hanging out in the lower body where they maybe get stuck, where you might have some swelling. So that's why I have you work from bottom to top here. Okay. Once you've done that second side, we'll go ahead and relax. I'll have you grab your letter ball. Okay. For those of you that have been with me a while, go ahead and go right into playing letter ball. just normal letter ball, and I'll layer on in a minute or so. If you're new, I'm just going to explain this for you. So holding that ball into your chest, you're going to pull the ball away from you at any angle around your body. Quickly look at the ball, say the first letter or number you see, and then pull it back in. Pull it away at a different angle, say the first letter or number you see, and pull it back in. Okay, you're just going to continue to do that, moving the ball all around your body, up and down, behind you, in front of you. If you're able to catch, you can try playing catch with yourself. You can try playing single hand catch with yourself. That'll make it a little bit harder. Remember, the harder that you make this game for yourself and the more unpredictable you make this game, the more we're challenging your visual system here and your hand-eye coordination and just kind of everything in general. So if you've got a bouncy ball, remember you can bounce it off of the floor. You can bounce it off of the ceiling. Okay. So I think it was last week, we started doing this single eye. So it was either last week or the week before, I can't remember. So if you were able to, and I'll give you maybe a couple variations here, if you're able to, without using your hand, can you close off one of your eyes? So can you close, say, your right eye? Okay. And I want you to play letter ball. You're doing the same thing. You're just catching and throwing, catching and or moving that letter ball around you. This is going to get significantly harder for most of you. If you're unable to manually close one of your eyelids, let's see. I hadn't thought of a variation for that. Let me think about this. If you're unable to close one of your eyelids manually with your eyelid, just take one of your hands and block off one of your eyes, and you'll just be moving that ball with one hand instead of both hands. Okay, so you can use one hand blocking the eye if you need to do that. So do maybe like 10 or 15 catches with one eye closed, and then do 10 or 15 catches with the other eye closed. Notice which side is harder. Notice if maybe when you close one of your eyes, it's blurrier. So maybe it's not only harder to catch it or to move it or to see it, but it actually maybe is even a little fuzzier. Sometimes that even improves just with one game of letter ball. I know it usually does for me. I usually wake up and one of my eyes is always a little blurry, but when I do my eye exercises, it sharpens up pretty quickly. So it's almost just like getting the lazy eye to work a little bit harder, because we all have a dominant eye and like a more lazy eye. Okay. Whichever eye, after you've done those 10 to 15 each side, no rush if you're still moving through that. Whichever eye was harder for you, go back to that side. Okay, so go to your harder side and just do 10 more throws on the harder side. 10 more throws or 10 more moves on the harder side. Just giving an extra little bit of love to that harder side. Yeah, and when you've done those 10 or 15 on that side, go ahead and relax. Okay. So let's do this. You can hold on to that ball if that's easier for you to hold. If it's easier for you to hold a pencil, go ahead and just switch that out for a pencil. I'm just gonna hold on to my ball because I've got a little tennis ball, so it's easier for me to hold. Okay, I'm gonna layer and we're gonna do some near far work, and then we're gonna come back to some coordination stuff here. So you're gonna hold that ball in your right hand out to your right side. Okay, we're gonna start with both eyes open. Go ahead and poke your tongue into the right side of your cheek. You're gonna turn and look at the ball, and then you're gonna rotate the whole body. So just finding a full head, neck, body rotation to your right, and then back to the center. In fact, let's bring the ball all the way back to the center so you're looking in the center direction of the ball. Yeah, and then again, ball moves, head, neck moves, torso moves. Excuse me, rotating to the left, and then coming back to the center. Yeah. Do that a couple more times. I'm gonna layer on. Oh, I forgot the tongue too. Tongue, head, neck, torso, rotate, right? Okay, last one. Tongue, head, neck, torso, right. Okay, come back to the center. If you're able to manually close your left eye, and by manually, I mean like, can your eye do it by itself? Otherwise, you can use your hand over, sorry, did I say that right? So hang on, we're rotating to your right. So I want you to close your left eye. I might have said that wrong. Okay, so close your left eye. Okay, stick your tongue into the right side, rotate to the right. Hold that rotation, not an extreme rotation, just like half of the rotation that you were, because we're gonna hold this for a moment here. I want you to look at the ball. So find a letter on the ball or the tip of the pencil, and then look past the ball at the wall behind you or a photo or something behind you. I want you to skip that eye back and forth, near, far, near, far, near, far, maybe 10 times. And then bring everything back to the center and relax. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do that a few more times on the side, then we'll switch sides. You can open both of your eyes when we come back to the center just to give the eyelids a break here. Okay, here we go. You're all doing great. Close that one eye, turn and rotate to the left. Remember, just maybe half of a rotation here. Near, far, near, far, near, far, however long it takes you to do 5 to 10. And then coming back to the center. Yep, and again, rotate about half rotation, near, far, near, far, near, far. Remember, your tongue is still pushing into the side of your cheek. How many things can I get you to do at once? Okay, and then coming back to the center. We just have one more on this side. Open both eyes, give the lids a break. Okay, last one. Rotate, near, far, near, far, near, far, near, far. And then back to the center. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I should have said this. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, instead of doing the near far, obviously with your eyes, I'm going to actually just have you find a yes nod. So you're just going to be shaking your head in that rotated position. Okay. We'll do it on the other side. Because we missed it on that side. Okay, so now we're just switching directions. So just start with a few rotations. Poke your tongue into the left side of your cheek. Let the whole body, head, neck rotate left, and then come back to the center. Rotate, tongue into the cheek, and center. And each time you rotate, can you get just a little bit further with that rotation? Tongue into the cheek, rotate, and center. Let's do one more. Tongue into the cheek, rotate, and center. Okay. Go ahead and close your right eye. And same thing here. Tongue into the cheek. Do a half rotation. It doesn't have to be full. Jump that eye near, far, near, far, near, far, 5 to 10 times. And then back to the center, open both eyes. Close the eye, tongue into cheek, rotate. Near, far, near, far, near, far. And then center, open both eyes. Good. You have 3 more like that. I'm just going to watch you here. Close the eye, rotate. Tongue into the cheek, near, far, near, far, near, far. For folks that are blind or visually impaired, you're finding the yes nod as you do this. Challenging the vestibular system more, yep, and coming back to the center. You have 1 more. Close the eye, tongue into the cheek. Rotate, near, far, near, far, near, far. And then back to the center and relax. Okay. Okay, relax. You can get rid of the ball or the pencil. Let's just find a reset here. So we'll bring both arms up. Take an inhale. Exhale to articulate yourself down. Pause at the bottom of this. Just take a few breaths. Let the head hang heavy if you can. You can even close your eyes here if that feels better. And then slowly articulate yourself back up. Bring the arms down. Just do a few shoulder circles here. Just getting things wiggling around again. Okay, we're going to come back to the hands. I know that was a lot. Okay, so we'll come back to the hands. We're going to find that same hand flipping. So whichever hand you want to start with, place one palm on top of the other palm. And then you're doing the same thing. Flipping that hand, palm knuckles, palm knuckles, palm knuckles, palm knuckles. As quick as you can. And you're just noticing, is this any different than the first time we did it? We did a lot of things that challenged the nervous system. So it's actually possible this might have gotten harder for you if we overdid it, challenging the nervous system. Okay, relax for a sec. For the side you just did, just so I can get a reading, give me a thumbs up if it improved, a side thumb if it stayed the same, and a down thumb if it got worse. Okay, interesting. We have quite a mix, mainly thumbs up, but we do have a mix here. Yeah, for those of you that have a thumbs down, know that you have a thumbs down just because we overdid it with the nervous system, okay? So that's just a good thing to know. Go and switch hands. Do the same thing on the other side. Again, just noticing better, different, worse, the same. Okay, and relax. Can I get that same thumb reading for this side? Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Wow, yeah, funny. Okay, good. So there also can be a difference between the two sides. Yeah. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's come back to a grounded position. Let's just do a few back strokes. Circling the arms, alternating behind you. Good, and then we're just gonna leave one arm up as one arm is down. We're gonna side bend towards the arm that's down. Okay, yeah, we're all moving together, that's good. Good, and then come back to the center, find that back stroke again. Good, stop when the other arm is up, whatever side that is for you. Side bend towards the arm that's down. And then center. Let's do that one more time, each side, back stroke. Switch sides, so other arm up, side bend, and back stroke. Last one here. Other arm up, side bend, and then back to the center. Good. Alrighty. One more set of shoulder circles here. Just noticing how everything in the upper shoulders and the neck is feeling. Just giving that area a little bit of a wiggle back and forth. Maybe moving the head and the neck around. Okay, good. We'll still the body. We'll close the eyes. And let's just start by quieting that breath down again. We'll stay with nasal breathing if you weren't already. And then we'll take one hand, placing it on the top of the head. And if you're able to reach somewhere around your tailbone, we'll put the other hand on the tailbone. And just bring your awareness to everything in between your two hands right now. Sensing your neck. Sensing your upper back. How is your awareness in the middle of your back? Can you feel your lower back? Is it speaking to you at all? And then down into your sacrum, down into your tailbone. Maybe giving that area a rub if your hand is there, just to bring more awareness to it. We can leave the hands there. Go ahead and think of one thing you're grateful for today. We'll take one more inhale, one more exhale, and we'll open the eyes. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining today, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope folks are staying okay with the smoke and the heat wherever you might be in the country right now as we enter into our wildfire season here.